Hello children, I hope you are feeling happy and strong. Welcome to this special English hour where we will learn lots of new things and have lots of fun. Are you excited? Let's get started. Now, let's learn some new words today. Manuscripts, manuscripts, manuscripts. There are a lot of ancient manuscripts in museums. Achievement, achievement, achievement. Winning the International Cricket World Cup has been one of the greatest achievements of Indian cricket team. Supernatural, supernatural. Some superheroes have supernatural powers. Humorous, humorous, humorous. Yesterday, I cracked a humorous joke. Pilgrimage, pilgrimage, pilgrimage. My grandfather went on a pilgrimage to Banaras. Now, let us read a story from your textbook. I would request you to please open page number 17 of your textbook. I will read and I will request you to point at the words as I read them. If you don't have your textbook, listen to me carefully. When we read the words journey to the west, we naturally start thinking about a journey to western countries like England and America. But west is a relative term. For countries to our east, we are the west. This particular journey that we are going to read about was actually a journey from China to our own country. It was made by the famous 7th century traveler Yuan Wang. In those days, traveling from China to India was not an easy task. One had to travel thousands of miles on foot or horseback, crossing deserts, crossing snow-clad mountains, crossing strange unfamiliar regions, using roads where bandits and robbers roamed. Who would do it? But Yuan Wang had a dream. He wanted to take Buddhist scriptures from India to his homeland in China. It was like a pilgrimage to him. Here, the writer is talking about those days when the world was not developed. Traveling from one country to another country was not easy. So, naturally, traveling from China to India was also not easy, which means it was very difficult, or you can say impossible, to travel safely. But there was one person named suffering many hardships on the way. He traveled across the Gobi Desert, then along the Tian Shan mountain range, and on along the Silk Road through regions that are now Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan before he came to India. In India, he traveled to many parts and gathered many important manuscripts. The way back home was also equally difficult, but Yuan Wang managed to reach China safely along with the scriptures. This was a great achievement. It was almost unbelievable. So much so that people thought that the gods and super sand priest. As we saw, Yuan Wang reached successfully to China along with the scriptures. His journey was unbelievable. The people thought that while traveling, God or some supernatural power had helped Yuan Wang. This gave rise to many interesting folk tales. Later, the author wrote the epic novel Journey to the West. This novel tells us that there are three special characters: Sun Wukong or the Monkey King, Zhu Baji or Pixie, and Sha Wujing or Sand Priest saved Yuan Wong from supernatural powers. They were no saints. They all had supernatural powers, but they were known as troublemakers. युआन वोंग की जर्नी इतनी लंबी थी कि बहुत सारे लोगों को ऐसा लगता था कि इस ट्रैवलिंग जर्नी में उन्हें भगवान की मदद मिली हो। उनके इस ट्रैवल जर्नी पे बहुत सारे फोक टेल्स लिखे गए। उसके बाद एक नॉवेल भी लिखी गई जिसका नाम था जर्नी टू द वेस्ट। इस नॉवेल में 3 कैरेक्टर्स के बारे में बताया गया है जिन्होंने युआन वोंग की मदद की। Now, these 3 characters are no saints. In fact, though they all have supernatural powers, they are known troublemakers. So the gods have thrown them out of heaven. However, the king deity Guan Yin has offered each of them one more chance. If you help the holy monk in his pilgrimage to India, if you use your power for this good work, then you may return to heaven. That is why the 3 characters have agreed to be Yuan Wong's disciple and to help Yuan Wong in his difficult journey. And sure enough, they have many thrilling, exciting, and sometimes humorous adventures on the way to the Holy Land, India. The most powerful among the 3 disciples is Sun Wukong. Everything about him is extraordinary. He was born when winds blew over a huge stone egg on the Flower Fruit Mountain. He is able to transform himself in 72 different ways. Not only that, but he can also transform each of his hair strands into any living or non-living thing of his choice. His as you wish gold-banded cudgel is also magical. It can grow as big as a pillar supporting the sky, but at other times it becomes tiny as a needle. Then the Monkey King just tucks it away behind his ear. Sun Wukong can travel thousands of kilometers in just one somersault. He can walk through fire, travel underwater, and fly to any place at will. His body is as hard as a diamond, so no one and nothing can injure him. His golden gaze fiery eyes have an X-ray vision. No one can deceive him. Sun Wukong is brave and intelligent, but he is also a trickster. He loves to have fun, and some of his superpowers help him to just that. He has a vase which can suck in anything or anyone. He can simply point at a lock and open it. He is very quick and can grow very big and very tiny at a blink. You can imagine how he must have teased his enemies using these tricks. If you want to read about the adventures that Sun Wukong and his companions had on the way, you will find stories in the English translation of Journey to the West. Some of the stories have also been turned into films. What would you like better? To read the historical account of Yuan Wong's travels or to read the fantastic stories of Sun Wukong? Maybe you should read both to find out what you like better. Happy reading! We saw that the kind deity Guan Yin had offered them a last chance. She told them to use their supernatural powers to help the holy monk in his pilgrimage to India. Evil powers and demons kill or gobble up holy monks. Hence, these characters agreed to help Yuan Wong in his difficult journey because they wanted to return to heaven. They have many thrilling and exciting and sometimes even humorous adventures on their way to India. Out of these people, Sun Wukong or Monkey King was the most powerful person. He was an extraordinary person. Sun Wukong was born when winds blew over a huge stone egg on the flower fruit mountain. तो यहाँ हमने देखा कि गुआन यिन गॉडेस मंकी किंग, पिक्सी और सैंड प्रीस्ट को एक मौका देती है। वो उन्हें कहती है कि अगर वो होली मंक की मदद करे इंडिया आने में तो वो उन्हें वापस हेवन में ले सकती है। जब ये तीन डेटीज युआन वोंग की मदद कर रहे थे तब उन्हें बहुत सारी चीजें एक्सपीरियंस करने मिली। यहाँ पे राइटर सन वुकोंग के बारे में बात कर रहा है। सन वुकोंग अपने आप को 72 डिफरेंट वेज में ट्रांसफॉर्म कर सकता था। सन वुकोंग जो था उसे मंकी किंग के नाम से भी जाना जाता था। He was able to transform himself in 72 different ways. He would convert each strand of hair into living and non-living things. सन वुकोंग अपने आप को 72 डिफरेंट वेज में बदल सकता था। उसके पास सुपरनैचुरल पावर्स थी। His cudgel or stick could grow as big as a pillar supporting the sky. Sometimes it becomes as tiny as a needle. He could travel thousands of kilometers in just one somersault. Not only these, but also he could walk through the fire, travel underwater, and could fly from one place to another. His body was hard as a diamond, hence no one or nothing could injure him. His eyes also had X-ray vision. But Sun Wukong loved to have fun. Though he was intelligent and brave, he was also a trickster. He had a vase that could suck in anything or anyone. He could simply point at the lock and open it. He was very quick and could grow very big and very tiny. His supernatural powers helped him to do anything. Wasn't it an interesting story? Now, let's do an activity. We all use a letter or a group of letters to create new words. When we add a letter before the word, it is called prefix. And when we add a letter after the word, it is called suffix. नए वर्ड्स बनाने के लिए हम कुछ वर्ड्स के आगे या पीछे कुछ लेटर्स ऐड करते हैं। अगर हम वर्ड के पहले ऐड कर रहे हैं तो उसे कहते हैं प्रीफिक्स और अगर हम वर्ड के बाद ऐड कर रहे हैं तो उसे कहते हैं suffix. Now, in this activity, you will see a few words on your screen. You have to either add a suffix or a prefix. I will give you an example. The word that you see here right now is happy, but before happy there is a small blank. Can you guess what is the word that we can make from this word happy? Yes. If we add the letters U and N, it will become unhappy. So here we added a prefix. Can we try doing this for all the other words? Children, today we learned a beautiful story. This story talked about the huge mountains and the life there. Now I have another story for you. This also talks about the different creatures in the mountains. The name of the story is The Little Bird from the Big Mountains and it is written by Bulbul Sharma. In this story, we have a girl named Meera. Meera lives in a small village in Himachal Pradesh. From her kitchen window, she can see the snow-clad mountains. Sometimes on the mountains fly eagles. Meera wants to climb the big Himalayas one day and see what is on the other side of the Himalayas. मीरा हिमाचल के एक गांव में रहती है. उसके घर के खिड़की से बहुत बड़ा पहाड़ दिखाई देता है जिस पे हमेशा बर्फ पड़ी होती है. मीरा का सपना है कि वो एक दिन हिमालय के सबसे ऊंचे पॉइंट पर क्लाइंब करे और देखे कि पहाड़ के उस तरफ क्या नजारा है. Do you go to the market with your mother? Just like that, today Meera is going to the market with her brother and her mother. It is going to take them 2 hours because the town is quite far. But Meera doesn't mind. It takes 2 hours for Meera to reach the school. And today they are going to the market to buy a new pair of shoes. So Meera, her mother and her brother are going to the market. Meera अपने भाई और अपनी माँ के साथ बाजार जा रही है. उनका शहर गांव से बहुत दूर है. उन्हें शहर पहुंचने में 2 घंटे लगेंगे. लेकिन मीरा इस बारे में नाराज नहीं है. उसे रोज स्कूल पहुंचने में भी 2 घंटे लगते हैं. Have you ever lived in the mountains? Or have you ever been in the mountains? Most of the road in the mountain is not proper. So, Meera, her brother and her mother have to take this difficult road. But Meera and her brother are enjoying it. They are sliding with the rocks. मीरा और उसकी माँ और उसका भाई एक कच्चे रास्ते से चल रहे हैं. Meera is walking through the forest which has lots of pine trees. Have you seen pine trees? They are very tall and they have twigs that fall on the ground. So, when Meera, her mother and her brother are walking, they can hear the crunched sound of the twigs. Meera also talks about all the animals and birds that she sees in the forest. मीरा अपने भाई और अपनी माँ के साथ शहर जा रही है. रास्ते में उन्हें कई सारे जानवर और पक्षी दिखाई देते हैं. On their way to the town, Meera sees a small stream. She stops there to drink water. And when she goes there to drink water, she spots a bird. And that bird is lying on the ground. She goes near the bird and she sees that the bird is injured. This bird is spotted forktail. The mother picks up the bird and she sees that the bird has broken feathers. And they all feel very sad for the bird. मीरा को बहुत प्यास लगी होती है, तो वो एक झरने के पास पानी पीने चली जाती है. वहाँ उसे एक पक्षी दिखाई देता है. ये पक्षी एक स्पॉटेड फोकटेल होता है. ये पंछी को चोट लगी होती है. मीरा, उसकी मम्मी और उसके भाई को इस पंछी को देख के बहुत बुरा लगता है. They decide that they will take the bird with them and cure it. First, Meera's mother cleans the bird's wound, putting earth which is wet on the feathers of the bird. After that, she wraps the bird in a big leaf. And then finally Meera puts the bird in her bag. मीरा, उसकी मम्मी और उसका भाई ये डिसाइड करते हैं कि वो इस पंछी को घर लेके जाएंगे। लेकिन उसके पहले मीरा की मम्मी पंछी के पंखों पे मिट्टी लगाती है और उस पंछी को एक पत्ते में लपेट लेती है। उसके बाद मीरा इस पंछी को अपनी थैली में रख देती है। मीरा, her mother and her brother finally reach the main road and the bus has also arrived. Meera can feel the small bird in her bag moving. She realizes that the bird must be hungry. So she removes some roasted grams, crushes it and puts it in her bag. मीरा, उसकी मम्मी और उसका भाई मेन रास्ते पे पहुंच जाते हैं। वहां उनकी बस भी पहुंच चुकी है। मीरा के बैग से आवाज आती है और उसे ये बात का एहसास होता है कि उस पंछी को शायद भूख लगी होगी, इसीलिए वो उसे कुछ चने खाने देती है। Now they all finally reach the town. Meera and Rajesh's mother tells them to stay close to each other because the town is very crowded. आखिर सभी लोग टाउन में पहुंच जाते हैं और मीरा और राजेश की मम्मी उन्हें साथ में रहने को कहती है क्योंकि टाउन बहुत क्राउडेड होता है। When they reach the market, Meera buys herself a pair of shoes. Her mother also buys them some hot jalebis. And Meera tries to feed the bird some jalebis, but the bird doesn't eat them. मीरा बाजार पहुंच के जूते खरीद लेती है। उनकी मम्मी उन सब के लिए गर्मा गर्म जलेबी खरीदती है। मीरा वो जलेबी उस पंछी को खिलाने की कोशिश करती है, लेकिन वो पंछी जलेबी नहीं खाता। Soon they take the bus back to home. When Meera is sitting in the bus, the bird in the bag starts moving around. He wants to get out of the bag and drink water, which is why Meera assures him that they will soon reach the spring. And when they do, the bird hops a little and drinks some water. It is almost dark when they reach home. Meera makes a soft, small nest for the bird, and the bird immediately sleeps off in his new bed. जब ये लोग घर पहुंचते हैं, तब अंधेरा हो चुका होता है। मीरा पंछी के लिए एक छोटा सा नेस्ट बना देती है और पंछी उस बेड में सो जाता है। मीरा और पंछी के बीच में बहुत अच्छी दोस्ती हो जाती है। कुछ दिनों बाद पंछी जब ठीक हो जाता है, तब वो उड़ जाता है। Whenever Meera goes through the forest, she spots a bird which has black and white spots. It also has a long tail. This bird looks like the bird that she had rescued. And this bird chirps whenever it sees Meera. Do you think it is the same bird? It could be. I hope you enjoyed this story. Children, can you all tell me what did we learn from this story? We learned that it is very important to help someone. We saw how Meera and her family rescues this injured bird, and the bird also remembers this. I hope you liked this story and I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to end this session on that note. I hope to see you in our next session. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye.